Have you wondered what happens if you put some of the biggest names in one battle on two opposing sides? Well, what you get is a pretty good battle no matter what. So in this battle we have got the Zeus clan, some of the people from the Zeus clan and the Legion 13 clan fighting one another. So this is a very interesting battle. This is a high tier battle. So this is a tier 8, 9, and 10 battle. It's partially why it is interesting, but I really would like to draw your attention to the strategic maneuvers in this battle. And for this one, we're going to be disabling the Fog of War just to show you the intricacy. I really loved how the red team, which is the Zeus team, have captured the early advantage while the blue team, Legion 13, has tried to let them come to them. After all, they have the heavy artillery and the light artillery. So this is an incidental situation where the artillery changes the way the blue team plays. But let's take a look here. The red team captures this hill, this northern hill, really quickly with all their might. As you can see, they're moving their forces into the north. This gives them the high ground, as we have seen from Star Wars: The Return of the Sith, high ground kinda makes a difference. So we have the Inquisitor going to capture this flag just to see where the opponents are, while the blue team has been waiting for them in the middle. So the red team uses that element of surprise, these bushes over here, to prevent sight. While the south, they are kind of scouting. They're scouting on all sides. Blue team keeps on waiting. The red team is advancing. So the red team has scouted these medium infantry over this flag. They have sent them some scorched earth. They got shot in return. So we have a very strategic move over here. Look at how supported that this line moves. Look at all these Roman infantry supported by Pelasgos' tier 9 archers, which are the strongest archers in the game right now, even stronger than tier 10, because they have a very high missile block. They've got a missile block chance of 40%. Now you see a barrage going down, almost completely wiping out this medium infantry. They activate their testudo in the last second just to provide a little bit more information to the team. The blue team sees this, that they have lost the north and they must fall back in order to not get base capped. So if you are being pushed in one flank, chances are you either intercept that flank or you go back to your base to defend it where you have the advantage. After all, you will know from where the enemy is coming, but enemy will still have an element of surprise, because if you do not have the vision on your side, it is not going to be very good. And in this game, the vision is provided by these tier 10 noble horses controlled by Kurgan King, while our blue team is moving towards their base, just setting up camp over there. Just fascinating. So the red team has not realized, however, that the blue team has fallen back, because they were only providing vision for their forward troops, however not for their middle flank. So this makes things a little inconvenient for the red team. So they do not know what kind of forces that the blue team is hiding. And had they known that they were falling back to their base, an organized movement could have definitely helped. So now they're slightly scouting. They have seen that light artillery was here. So they're just slightly inching forward to see what the blue team has got. Now there's an interesting move. Barosh leaves his tier 9 spears in the middle just to tempt the enemy, and I think just to intimidate their cavalry, because he knows that's how they're going to be scouting. The red team is trying to establish their position in the north, waiting for their reinforcements to come in. This Kingu 1's archers are coming in. The last group of the noble horses are coming in. So now Kurgan has decided to scout the middle as well, just to see what the blue team is doing. In the same time, blue team is establishing a base of operations in their main base. You see this like defensive lines being formed. Echo is going on to scout with his tier 9 Multi-80 spears. So he is the fastest infantry right now. So these spearmen are providing some vision for the artillery to shoot. While they're coming, Kurgan King, being a sneaky man he is, he goes into the woods to provide vision just to see what the blue team is doing. So Intelioso gets shot by the artillery over here. I remember, so Barash has feared this cavalry. Now look at this artillery damage. That's half a health in a single shot right there. I feel like that's something that should not have been happening. But you already know my opinion on artillery already. So now Echo is chasing away their scouts. However, the red team has their scouts supported. I wonder what he is playing. He is playing... Yeah, Kurgan is playing Vercingetorix, so he's playing as a scout, not as Arminius, because he knows as a scout you still sometimes have to contribute into the fight, and you do not want to lose that. So they're holding vision. Right now it's a Mexican standoff. Neither of the teams know what is happening. The 6 minutes have already passed. So the red team has positioned over here. They are trying to get some vision, trying to get a grasp on where the blue team is. They need to know where the blue team is. They suspect that they have moved their artillery. They're just trying to find it. And Barash, boom! Oh, look at that counter scouting, a surprising flank, and they have routed. They have lost over 50% of their health just for that scouting, but that's the peril of being a scout. You're the first one in and the first one out, sadly. Alright, sorry for that quick interruption, and we are back. So right now, the red team has realized that the blue team has fallen back to their base. And so they must push together if they wish to get a chance to succeed. They know that the blue team has the artillery advantage. They do not know for how much they're going to be playing on it. So here we have the blue team kind of scouting into the red team zone and getting punished for it. Yep, that's half a health of the spears gone. They had got ambushed by these eagle cohorts. These Echo spearmen are blocking them to open a safe zone. To open a safe zone against them, and I myself am sending some heavy infantry to provide them with buffs. I was hoping that these guys would not have routed. And as you can see right now, I'm running away from there. So the tier difference between 8 and 9 is very major. You can see Dark Dust dodging all these arrows very expertly. So on the other flanks, we have got the red team keeps on moving. They're pushing back the forward scouts that the blue team has had. Now the blue team is putting their last forces in the middle, and now we have my heavy infantry getting torn to pieces by these archers. So yeah, that's the thing. Just as the Roman proverb says, the god of war hates hesitation, and in this scenario that's exactly what happened. I should not have hesitated in that commitment, but more important, I should not have gone there to begin with. That's something to be learned. So now we have the blue team's archers unloading their barrage, and boom! Just look at that brilliant charge by Kurgan, doing half a health. It looks like a Brahmadan has charged the Kurgan King somewhere. I don't know. They have activated Defiance, so they will be able to hold for a little longer. So we have got some artillery shots over here, and the red team just pushing forward. They're getting intercepted into this entrance right here. Their archers have taken position upon this hill and now shooting the rest of the blue team's archers. The height advantage is real. They're also being shot at by the blue team's light artillery, but not to a great extent. Oh, I take that back. Those last few shots have did a lot of damage. So now the blue team is bringing in their elephants. So I think if the builds were a little different in this game, like the setups were on the blue team's side with only them having a heavy artillery, which pushed the red team into attack. So now the blue team has covered all of their entrances against the red team. They are protecting every single entrance. Elephants are doing their jobs, and the archers are being kept at bay by the light artillery. The red team is pushing from all sides too. Like from the middle, they're pushing with their archers, with their light infantry. They're getting decapped though. Now from the other one, we've got spears engaging these tier 9 Evocati cohorts. Let's speed things up. So let's take a look. The red team is trying to conglomerate their forces. Oh, we've got a barrage coming in, but with the shields raised, we're blocking quite a bit of it. And now the artillery is taking shots at the archers, not to a great effect. However, Barash has finally caught up to these archers, to Litorio's archers. So now they're getting punished. For getting caught. So the Legion 13's forces are defending the northern side. To a great extent, I might add, this light artillery has done tremendous amount of damage. So now we're holding the line against these Eagle cohorts over here. There isn't much of a thing happening here except the elephants. Elephants are taking out all the stuff over here. We've got another barrage just went down. The blue team's archers took all of it. So the red team has got archers advantage while the blue team has the artillery and the elephant advantage, which is very interesting. They managed to sneak in and do some damage to the artillery, but thanks to the artillery's broken design, they have had almost no effect because they can still do full damage to them. So here you see our javelins doing some damage. The archers, the red team's archers, trying to do damage to them, but more importantly, they need to preserve themselves by taking out the enemy archers. So we've got these Barasha spears protecting the light artillery, while the light artillery keeps on shooting these archers. They are a very strong counter against those archers. Although I still think a determined archer can definitely take out a artillery. So we have the smoke bombs that just went down. The tier 9 barbarians are coming into the blue team's base. The blue team has the numerical advantage, but it can turn around very easily because they've got a lot of fragile units. So we've got a Vengeance that just went down. So now a final engagement right here, where all the red team's infantry has conglomerated and doing one final push. They all have been V-keyed, the troops have been buffed. Now we see some damage. Look at these tier 9 archers doing a lot of damage. They keep being shot at by the tier 8. But because they're 50% missile block... Oh, Kurgan King has sneaked into the blue base, about to wreak some havoc. But would you look at this? 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3... 1. And the battle is over with the time limit. Alright, thanks for joining me. Please leave a comment on what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that jazz, and we'll see you next time.